Imagine like tuning into a live stream and just seeing a couple guys trying to wake their friend up, like a guy just sleeping, just laying in the back, and they're just throwing stuff at him, they're slapping him, they're cussing at him, trying to get his attention, but the guy's not moving. And then later you find out that this guy's dead. And man, this story is honestly so sad. The more I looked into it, the more videos I watched about it, it's like almost heartbreaking. And the more information you find out, it made me really sad and feel bad for him and his mom and his like real family and friends around him. Today's video, obviously you guys probably heard about this. It's about Jean Pormanove and the whole situation with him, what's been going on and what led up to his death. If you guys have not heard, it's basically this streamer who's pretty big French streamer. He's very popular. I mean, I think they have like over like 500,000 followers on Kick, and they're doing these crazy extreme challenges. They've been on like a marathon. They're doing like a 10-day stream, trying to do all these crazy challenges and entertaining, obviously just make money. Like, have you guys seen plenty of marathon streams? This guy is basically been a punching bag for these live streams to quote unquote keep him entertaining and just bring money in and just entertain people who get off of this stuff. Like, some people just watch this and enjoy it. Like, I do not understand who these people are, but somehow somewhere there's a demographic of people who paid some good money, donations, because they've raised a lot of money from all these donations from doing this marathon of abusing Jean. And when you watch this stuff, it just feels dirty. Like, it feels disgusting. It feels like something like you go and watch on like a dark web. Like, you go on through all these sketchy freaking backdoors and stuff to go on some crazy live streams to watch people get abused on screen, on live, get hit, get beat up, get choked out. And honestly, this is crazy that Kick even allowed something like this. And you guys all know what Kick is. Kick basically started popping up like during COVID time. It's an Australian streaming platform, basically a Twitch wannabe. But the thing about Kick is every time I hear about it, I look at Kick as in like Florida, like the crazy man in Florida, you know, like Kick always has some crazy stuff going on, all these sketchy live streams. Like, it seems like they want to be known for being like these progressive, like their new version of streaming. They're like up and up, like up on another level, like where they allow this crazy stuff. There's been a lot of stupid stuff that's happened on there, and I feel like Kick is not very much having a good reputation with these last couple of years. The things that have been going on there, like the recent thing I heard about it, it's like some guy just brought a girl, like a prostitute over, and he like had sex with her on stream. And I'm like, what? And it's just like all this stuff that happens there, that I always hear some sketchy stories and sketchy things on the stream. Live streams happen, it's always either from freaking Facebook Live or Kick. And I'm like, dude, what are they doing over there? Is nobody paying attention to what's being live streamed? And it seems like Kick is leaning towards trying to be this cool, edgy streaming platform where everybody's welcome and they're throwing money at everyone, and they're like, just will do whatever they want, like free roam. And what happened was, with these streams, like the stuff that was going on with Jean, it wasn't something that happened in like, this is the first time happening thing. Apparently in 2004, people reported these streams, and those two, his friend, I was not even gonna say friends, it's like those guys that were in the streams with him, they got arrested and their names got cleared. They basically came in and said that, oh, this is all part of a skit, this is all like a sketch, it's like we're kind of playing this out, this is like acting, blah blah blah. And if you have a good head on your shoulders and you go watch any of these clips, any single clip, even it doesn't matter if it's out of context or in context, like the way they treat this guy is straight up disrespectful. I do not know who thinks that that's what friends do. I don't know what kind of friends these guys had growing up, but that's not what friends do. You don't hit your friends, you don't choke your friends out and just abuse them, shave their head, make them dress up in the girl clothes, like, and trying to be basically like cross-dress and just be like straight up disrespectful in front of a camera, to where they're the ones who mainly benefiting financially, and they're getting all this money from abusing this guy on stream. What I basically got from this is that they've just used this guy for money, for views, for subscribers, to get popularity and to grow, like get a massive viewership on Kick. Because when you go there, you can see that in French, they're actually really big French streamer. Like they're not like some little small like a streamers where like they have 1,000 viewers, whatever. They have hundreds of viewers watching them. So Kick had to have been aware of this. They've known about this. And the craziest thing is there's this screenshot where you can see Kick France. Like if you go on Twitter, I tried to go find it. I'll show you guys a picture. It's a little bit blurry because I found it on Google Images, but I tried to go on actual Twitter and trying to get the screenshot myself. But guess what? They deleted it. So they basically used the picture of Jean all like beat up. You can see his face, it's all messed up, and then they're using him to advertise the new long sleeve shirts. And so they're obviously aware of the joke around, you know, they know he gets bullied and made fun of and he's a butt of a joke, so they're using it to advertise their new shirts, which is honestly insane. Now looking back at it, to what this whole thing has led to is just sad. And another thing I want to bring up, which I was not aware of until I watched this one YouTube video where these guys basically watched all these clips and they speak French and then translated to some stuff, and what they said was, what like made me even more sad, is that this guy isn't very much like mentally all there. Like, I'm not trying to sound rude or like be disrespectful, but this guy is 46 years old, and they were basically saying how like the way he talks, the way he pronounces things and like communicates, you can kind of just tell this guy is not fully mentally there. I know you guys been around people like that, and you can kind of tell, like catch the vibe off the person. And like I said, I'm not trying to be mean or disrespectful, but I'm just showing you to the extent how evil these guys were that were around him, how they knew that this guy is in like all mentally like they're like not full like mental capacity, and they've used this 46-year-old man, like this guy is 46 by the way, and they took advantage of him because they knew that he was desperate to have friends, he was desperate to have family and be around people, like-minded people, and just be popular, wanted to be like in the social groups, and they unfortunately just took advantage of him. There's some clips where they've made fun of him, like that he's never gonna have a family, like no girl is ever gonna want to be with him, and how does he think any woman is gonna want to sleep with him when he looks like that and acts like that. All it is basically like emotional abuse. They've legit abused him, and mentally we're trying to break this guy down so they can do whatever they want to him and continue abusing him on stream for money and keep making hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the sad part is that when the coroner comes out with the report, he says that his death was not due to traumatic injuries or like all the choking and stuff that has been going on stream. And they basically say it's like he's heart problems and he had health issues. And the sad part is there's a clip of all of them sitting together and basically talking about how they want this guy Jean to say that if something ever happens to him, if he ever dies, that it's not going to be their fault. And just the idea of them trying to clear their names while he's still alive, knowing well that they're torturing this guy, they're choking this guy out and trying to set records of how long they can choke this guy out for. And if he dies, it's not their fault. And this is like mind-blowing to me. Like, I will be really surprised if these guys don't go into jail. Like, if these guys for some reason don't serve any kind of time or get some kind of punishment, because the things that they've done to him are just straight up torture this guy, abuse him, and over here they're sitting all together and trying to have this guy say on the camera that yes, if anything ever happens to me, if I die, it's not their fault, even though they're the ones doing all the damage to him and he's the one that's the butt of the joke every single time. It's just shocking to me. Like, those clips are all out there, and out of respect to him, I know even just the video, I was even having a hard time to even want to make this video, but I'm not going to show any clips. And if you want to find this kind of stuff, I'll link a video in the description that I found out a lot of this information from. It's the French guys who like translated a lot of the French clips, because obviously I don't speak French. It would be a really good video for you guys to check out. And I'm sure you can go on Twitter and you can find these clips of them choking him out, beating him, kicking him on the ground, which is so sad. It's like you're looking at these guys who are like half his age, basically abusing this guy who's like mentally like not capable of just being like a social person and just awkwardly social, and then he's trying his best to fit in and they're just abusing it and using it against him. And the saddest part to me is the text messages that he's had with his mom. Like, his mom is basically telling him, look what they're doing to you, like they're cutting your hair, they're abusing you, this is going too far. He basically tells her how he feels like he's stuck in this. He feels like he's stuck in this game where he has no choice but just to stick around and keep making the money, because this is where he feels wanted. Like, he feels popular. He has a lot of people watching him, even though it's for a wrong reason, to where he's the butt of the joke. He's legit getting physically abused, beat up, and mentally abused, and they're not letting him sleep. They're sleep depriving him. They're basically withholding things from him: money, food, all this stuff, his car. Like, they've held everything. Like, they're basically like he was a prisoner. He was legit a prisoner on this live stream, and it was all portrayed as this, like, oh, entertainment, it's all staged. Like, no, it's not staged, man. Like, it's all so obvious how much they were abusing him. And through these text messages, you can just feel it, dude. Like, him telling his mom how he's tired of this. But I feel like it got to the point with him where he was just stuck, dude. Like, this grown man who's 46 years old, he feels like he finally found a group of people that he can be around with, and just being like a socially awkward person, he feels like he finally is getting some fame and recognition, and he's making some money, and these people want to be with him, but obviously for all the wrong reasons, just so they can abuse him and just beat him up. And it's just very heartbreaking, man. And I really hope these guys go into jail or get some kind of punishment, because I don't even want to say their names, but the guys were there on his stream, they're apparently got all lawyered up, and they're trying to like file some lawsuits against people who are like talking smack and bullying them online and saying that it's their fault, that they've abused them. And these guys are all getting all defensive, saying that they were friends and they're like miss him and they're heartbroken. It's like, no, dude, there's hundreds of hours of footage of them just straight up beating him up, and no friends ever would do that. I just feel like it's very heartbreaking situation, and I feel so bad for his mom, because she basically was watching these live streams. Imagine like your own kid, you watching him just get abused, and like, oh, man, it's just honestly really sad. And I really hope some justice will be served for him. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Peace out.